I want to welcome you to Dream Chasers Radio. We're getting ready to go live with the artist JBadge in a second. Don't you go anywhere. We are excited to have him on the show. And I want to thank you so much for tuning in. So don't go anywhere. How would I put this? Here, hold on a second. Let me see. We'll be right back. All right, all right, all right. So we are back, and I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. While we wait for J Badge to come in, I'm so excited that you guys are here. If you want to comment, ask any questions you would like, you can go ahead and do that in the comment section. Yes. So we are Dream Chasers Radio, and if you're not subscribed to our YouTube, please do. Dream Chasers Radio. Just hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell so that you will be notified the next time we have a video uploaded or go live. And we go live a lot. We do more than what I've normally done. So, and I want to thank you guys again for tuning in. We are waiting for J Badge to come in. He is having a little bit of a moment. However, I'm excited because I don't normally get a chance to interview people live on the show. It's very rare that I get the chance to do that. And so I'm going to make sure that I got everything I need. Let me see where he is. Okay, he should be coming in any second. There he is.
Hey,
Hey, how are you?
how you doing?
I'm doing.
I'm excited for this.
I am too. I am too. We are live right now.
Oh,
In
we are
fact,
okay.
yes, we
Would
are
it be
live
better?
right now.
Tell me,
Huh?
would it be better if I had ear pods in, or is this good? Does it
Oh,
sound
this is good. This is good.
good?
I can hear you. We
All
can
right,
all
for
hear
sure.
you. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So, man, thank you again so much for being on the show. I appreciate it. I love, 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 love having live shows. So this is like my
Thank you
thing.
for thank you for having me.
Thank you. Okay, so look, tell me about yourself. Tell me about your music, all of that good stuff.
I'm JBadge, mainly a rapper, but with rap, like a lot of people, I've expanded into the business world. I do music promotion. I sell merch, as you can see right here. Cannabis Coast Crunch coming.
I like that.
coming. Just dropped our spring collection. We got all different colors for y'all. NBHthewave.com. But yeah, music, merch, the business side, networking, and all that. It all falls into one thing. But yeah, that's just a brief summary of some of what I do.
I love that. So, okay, so tell me, music and then merch. How, I mean, most people do that. Most people have their
Yeah,
merch around their music, but you don't. Tell
yeah.
me the story behind this.
The merch is something I came up with a while ago. I want to say 2016. I was sitting in the car with my partner. We was hot boxing, and I was just like, Cannabis Coast Crunch. And literally, I had the idea for like a good 4 years. We didn't actually drop it till 2020. I had the idea in my head, just Cannabis Coast Crunch, and I knew it was gonna be something just to be able to bring it to life. I used my momentum in music because I've like had a real rise in music like over since 2019. I say I've like things got bigger. Basically, I made like a lot of good connections, so I like used the momentum from that to perfect time to actually drop the merch because you could drop something, but if you have nothing behind it, it's
No, forget it.
yeah, you don't want to forget it, you don't want to get lost in time. So yeah, but yeah,
So the business, you said that you're in the business now. What does that mean exactly?
in the business as in marketing and promotion, like getting artists heard. Mainly, I started doing that because for me as an up and coming artist, I started really getting into music at 18 years old. So like as an 18-year-old, it was a lot I didn't know. It was a lot of money I lost on the business side. Like, trying to figure out who to trust, like who really appreciates your sound enough to get it out there. Just effective marketing, basically. It's a lost art. I feel like today a lot of stuff is for the dollar. So like by 2019, I started my own music promotion company, New Ways Records, New Ways Network on Twitter, and from there on, I promote artists on SoundCloud, Spotify, social media, YouTube ads, the whole
Mm.
deal. So yeah, just helping artists find like organic. just something organic. So like actual like for people, actual listeners, people who actually want to consume music.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah.
What was that like? I mean, okay, starting a company is hard. I'm not going to say it's easy. Sometimes it is. Sometimes you're already in it, you don't realize you are.
Yeah.
But it's I think that the decision to do it is harder than actually doing it. Am I
Yeah.
right or wrong?
Yeah, that's the thing. I was kind of in the boat of like it just kind of happened. Like I didn't really actually make a decision. It was more of I did a favor for somebody, and basically I realized, oh, I could do this for how many other, like imagine if I did this for like 10 artists, 20 artists, 30 artists, and then the list just kept going. Before you know it, you just got a whole brand. You just put a name
Mm,
behind it, and then from there, you just the bigger your following is, the more connections you can make in the world we live in now.
mhm,
So it just all came in together, like just came in naturally organic. Cause yeah, to sit there and start, like that's what I try to do now. Like I'll have new business ideas, but like to just get the start, that's the hardest part, is starting up. But
oh
like
yeah.
once you start something organically and it just happens, that usually be the easiest stuff, like the most natural stuff, because it doesn't
Mhm.
even feel like work to me, really.
Yeah, like what I'm doing doesn't feel
Yeah.
like work.
Yep.
This is, yeah, and it's amazing. I mean, do you feel like because you're doing all of this, you're in the music industry, you're promoting your artists, you're doing so much for people. Do you feel like your history and their history is intertwined? Is that not exciting?
That's exciting. That's the most exciting part to me. I feel like more than myself. Like I know my music is gonna do its thing because I've figured out like just how the business works, and like you get out what you put in this, really. So like to be the person helping people get the most out of it, that means more to me than like what I get out myself, just because just so like so because they're gonna tell people about my business, they're gonna tell people who I am, and then like from then on it just kind of creates like a reputation legacy, like, oh, where do you go to get your music right, to get your music heard? Oh, I go to New Ways, JBadge over there. Like, so yeah, that excites me, just because you never know what that could create, like just down in history. You never know like who you're helping. So like if you like, that's why when I help artists, I really like, I actually listen to the music. I actually want to hear what they I actually want to hear. I want to hear them grow. I want to hear how their music sounded last year when we first started working, and then the year after, and like, oh wow, he got better. Like you never know what that's going to turn into. You might see them
Mm.
somewhere up ahead of you one day, and that means more to me for sure.
Yeah, I mean, people, uh, they don't realize how important it is to you to do
Hmm.
what you do. They question it. Have you ever been questioned about why you're doing what you're doing, or told it would never work?
All the time, mainly just from other artists. Though it's as an artist, I can understand why it happens too, because when you jumping into it, a lot of people jump into music and they just think, okay, I'm about to drop a song, it's about to pop off, and if it doesn't pop off, you can see the motivation start to like decrease and everything. So it's like so when people have that question, it's they're trying to figure out what's gonna work for them. They don't want to like, but that's also it's a line between, like, it's something, what I say to artists is you have to learn to fail. You have to learn what work. You have to learn what doesn't work to figure out what works. So
Hmm.
you're gonna fail a lot. But by the time you get to me, like I want to be the one to steer artists on the right track. So like,
That's wonderful.
regardless of what bad experiences you had before working with me or whatever, I want to show like it's a right way to do it too. But you have to
Mhm.
learn those lessons to figure out down the line what's real and what's not real.
Right. Do you find that people are hesitant to invest into themselves? Because I know your services are not free.
Yeah.
Because if it was, you wouldn't be living under a roof.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So do you find that people are hesitant to invest into themselves? And when they do, they are like, oh, I'm so happy I did.
Yeah. That's the thing. I've done promo for a lot of people who never invested before in themselves before. So like I take that serious. So like, oh, you haven't invested in yourself before and you came straight to me first. So excuse me. That means a lot to me. So like, cause I put myself like at the beginning, like when I first the first promotion, the first promotion paid promotion I probably did just to get myself out there. It probably was some BS. Honestly, it probably didn't work, didn't do anything for me. So to be that first person, I'm like, okay, I'm not about to do this. I couldn't do it. So like, cause a lot of these dudes is 18, 19, 20 years old and they have no idea what's to come in the industry. So it's like just to be that person, the first one, that means a lot to me. Like
It does.
just
It
to
does.
like let them know it's not all bad. It's not all bad. It's just it's you control your narrative in this really.
Mhm, mhm. It's hard to put your money into something and to give it to someone else because then you
Mm-hmm.
you feel like you've lost a little bit
Yeah.
of the control that you so desperately wanted to keep.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then if you've been bitten before, it's even
Yeah.
harder.
Mm-hmm.
So what exactly do you do? Is there packages that they can get? Is that
Yeah.
just one package? How do you do that? I'm sure
It's
people would love to know.
so we have packages on SoundCloud, Spotify, YouTube. Like I said, for each platform, it's three or more options for each platform. So it's at least three SoundCloud options. It's at least three Spotify,
Hmm.
and with that, it's just SoundCloud. SoundCloud, I partnered up with a whole bunch of hip hop based pages because like my main thing is promoting like rap music because it's hard to find. It's hard to find legit music promotion, but it's even harder to find
Yes.
legit rap music promotion because
Hmm.
rap's just the most. It's the most popular. It's the most. It's like one of the most popular genre with the kids. So like, so it's everybody's trying to get their foot in it, and then with that, it opens up the door for a lot of like sharks and people who are there just there to take. So like, well, yeah, SoundCloud, I partnered up with a whole bunch of music pages, the hip hop base that I actually know, that I actually communicated with, and like we laid out a plan. So we have artists get playlisted on SoundCloud. We have artists get reposted on SoundCloud, and then Spotify. Same Spotify right now is all playlisting. So it's me. That's more something that came 2019, 2020, just digging deep into Spotify and realizing, okay, what do I got to do to get my music heard on here? And basically, just what I learned just from reading from Spotify and just other sources close to it is just okay. Playlisting is a big key right now. So what do I do?
Hmm.
So my thing is finding like every legit playlist that brings back royalties so I could put
Mm.
other artists on it too, because that's the main thing. You don't want to just pay for anything that's not paying you back. That's when your
Right.
investment is like, okay, it looks good, but okay, when you want to start making something back at some point. So like that's my main thing.
Right.
Spotify promotion where that actually brings your royalties back.
Mm.
So and then YouTube wise, I just do different ads on different levels, like just YouTube ads basically. But I would say I tell people before they do YouTube promotion with me is it's best to master ads by yourself because you know what's best, you know your audience best. So like I steer them into the direction like master YouTube ads because YouTube ads and Google ads is not going nowhere. This is just the start. So
Right.
like it is directly from the source, so you don't even have to worry about whether you're getting scammed or whatnot.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. It's wow. That's a lot. I mean, and for the artists that do come to you,
Hmm.
when they leave, they're better off for coming to you. And it's you become a part of their life. It's just a
Hmm.
wonderful thing. It's all inclusive. It's so much better to have someone helping you than to try and do everything all by yourself.
Hmm.
Believe me.
Yeah.
Believe me. So
Hmm.
promotion is just one aspect of being an artist, and you're a businessman. So you do more than just the artist. You have your line, you have a lot of different things going. What do you suggest for other artists that are really trying and really struggling? Because I remember Jill Scott said, and I know I'm kind of rambling on, but I'm trying to remember. Jill Scott said, she said that she donated so much of her time. She did so many wonderful shows for free before she started charging. Do you suggest that they get their feet wet before they just jump all in?
Jump on like as far as like charging like before like increasing their value like basically like
Right.
just yeah I recommend because that's one of the things I was talking about. You got to learn before you get introduced and everything. You have to learn and see certain stuff. So I feel like it's not even failing. I don't want to call it failing. That's not the right word for it. It's learning what space you're going into, pretty much. So like what you're saying with Jill Scott, she did a whole bunch of free shows, a whole bunch of free stuff before she realized like you have to do those free things to see how people respond, to see what your value is, to see where you hold your value, and then from there on, you know, like okay, this is what they like. This is what I'm gonna give them. Now I could give them what they like to the fullest ability because
Hmm.
I've been in the space and I've seen what works and what doesn't work.
Yeah, I like that. I really liked what she said, and it really inspired me. And okay, so now that you're on the business end and you're on the artist end, what is it like for you being on both ends? Are you truly, truly at your max, and do you have help?
I feel like I have a lot of I have help, a lot more help than I did 4 years ago. But a lot of that just happened organically, just making connections.
Mm,
But it's a hard balance because it's sometimes I get so caught up in the promotion world where I'm like, okay, I need to get on some music, and it's just hard to balance out. It's like I love doing both of them, but like I don't know. Right now, I'm not really in promotion mode. I'm in music mode. I've been like, I just dropped a project, so like I've been in like
mm,
all music mode, just pushing my project and everything. Basically, doing what I do for other people for myself because you got to take time to do it for yourself too. It's like
yes,
it would be a waste if I had all these connections and didn't use them for myself. So like, I just use it to the max of my ability to try to use the time to find more connections. So like once I am swing back into promo mode and business hat on, okay, I got these new connections right here, and then just having yourself as results, I'm like, that's the best thing. I get to use myself as like results, so like so people can see what they're getting.
right, right,
So it all works out, but like it is a hard balance because I'll have to pull. Sometimes I have to pull myself one way because I like it's time to get. Because at the end of the day, it is running a business, and you gotta make sure your business is flowing, pretty much. But yeah, right now I've been in music mode though, promoting my project, Greatest Story Never Told. Um, Dropped on what day? Good Friday. What day was that?
nice.
Yeah, dropped on Good Friday. It's 7 songs. But yeah, that's what I've been on lately.
Well, congratulations on that. Where can people go and hear your songs? Where can they find you and your services?
Y'all can find me everywhere at JBadge. You can find my services. I would reach out to me first because I like to talk to the artists first, like personally, before you just go on and order a service. But I have a website which I will link you to where you can place an order, or you can order directly through me, which I like more. Just order directly through me, and I could guide you through the whole process. My Twitter is for that at New Ways Records. And everywhere else you can find me at JBadge. If you look it up, it'll come up Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube. Look up JBadge, stream my music. And yeah, everywhere at JBadge. Instagram underscore JBadge, Twitter underscore JBadge underscore.
Sweet, sweetness. So that continuity is important.
Yeah, yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, you don't want to be something somewhere else and then something somewhere else. You want to,
Mhm.
yeah, you want to try to keep it as streamlined as possible. Thank you so much for being on the show and
Oh
being
yeah,
live.
thank
We
you.
have so many different wonderful people tuning in. I want to thank you guys so much. I know I had a comment. Where did the comment go? It says hello. Marlu says hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey. So if you guys have any questions, now is the time to ask because we're almost done. And I want to thank J Badge for being on the show. Having the product line and also, being a musician, having the business, balancing all that. You said it's a really tough balance.
Mhm.
What do you suggest to others? What is your advice to people who want to go after their dreams? Because obviously, business is business. And, it doesn't matter what kind of business you're in, it's always hard to balance. But what is something that has been helping you?
Just remembering you gotta go one day at a time, literally one day at a time. Like especially like when I get like close to like release dates and like dropping dates, like dropping these hoodies or like dropping my project, like it feel like everything coming at me like the week before it feel like everything coming at me like a million miles per hour, and it's just like it's a lot to take in, but just remembering in those times is pivotal. Just remember one day at a time. If you take it one day at a time, you'll know. It clears up everything for what's coming ahead. Just really just taking everything one day at a time. Literally, like I can't even stress it enough. Just one day at a time.
Definitely, definitely. I want to thank you so much. And if you guys have any questions and we've already been gone, you need to go ahead and go to where? JBadge and just find him anywhere. Just find him anywhere. And his name is right there in the corner. It says JBadge. You can't miss it. So I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. And JBadge, thank you so much for being on the show again live because
Thank
this
you for
is
having me.
it's harder to do live than it is
It
to do
is. I
like
ain't gonna lie.
pre-recorded.
I've been nervous the whole time. This is my first live interview, so I'm sorry
Really?
if I've been tripping on my words. Anybody, I'm sorry. It's
No,
my
it's
first live
good.
interview. I was
You would
pretty
have never
nervous,
known.
but I'm glad that you had me on the show. And yeah, Cannabis Coast Crunch. Y'all see it?
That's right.
Gotta
That's
keep
right.
that
So
spring,
wait, hold on a second. Let me put you up. Let me put you up. Let's get that
spring.
up there. There you go.
Got the light
That's it right
green.
there.
Gotta show y'all this baby blue
Oh, you got baby blue.
spring edition.
Uh-uh.
Coast Crunch.
I like that. Cannabis saves lives, you know.
Cannabis saves lives. Y'all see that right there. I've been hiding.
I
Yeah.
don't know about that cannabis, but cannabis does save lives. That just might save a little bit of pain, though, because
Yeah,
there's a lot of cancer patients out there that the doctors actually prescribe them to smoke that, so they'll take the
yeah,
pain away from their cancer. So yeah, it does save lives. Definitely,
yeah,
definitely,
yeah.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you again, J Badge. I've had such a wonderful time, and thank you guys again for tuning in to Dream Chasers Radio. Don't forget to go to J Badge, subscribe, support, listen to the music, because nowadays it's not about how much you can pay; it's how much you can play, darling. So if you can play those music, those songs as many times as you want, J Badge will get the residuals of that. That's how you work. That's how you work. There's no more pay to play. It's only pay, and he will get paid, and that's how that
Mm-hmm.
works. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. J Badge, don't go anywhere. Just stay right there.
Okay,
Just
okay.
stay right there. Don't go, like I said, I always tell people don't go anywhere, and then they leave, and I'm not able to talk. So I want to talk to you after the show. Again, thank you so much, and don't forget to what? Dare to be different, guys. Until next time, bye.